Hello folks, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another episode review for you of another show. I wanted to review a very good show, and that TV show is none other than NCIS. NCIS, indeed, Naval and Criminal Investigative Service. So today we're going to be having a look, God willing, at the pilot episode, at the first episode of the first season, which is titled Yankee White. It was aired on September 23rd, 2003 on CBS, which is exactly 22 years ago. It was directed by Donald P. Belisario and written by Donald P. Belisario as well as Don McGill. This episode stars as main actors Mark Harmon, Sasha Alexander, and Michael Weatherly. So, what is this episode about? So basically, this episode is going to be about Air Force One, the presidential plane, and basically you have the Secret Service agent who has to make sure that, who has to be there to take care of the president, make sure that everything is all right, that yes, everything is safe for them to board the plane and to go and all of that. And basically, a Navy officer is gonna suddenly die, right in front of their eyes. And after that, the NCIS team is gonna be called to the scene, to the scene of the crime, to the plane. And there's also the FBI there, and they're arguing about who deserves to have jurisdiction there, right? So, needless to say, there's going to be kind of an internal fight, so to speak, between, the agencies. They're going to all be kind of trying their level best, like some kind of tug of war, trying to, get the investigation, lead it. But it's not as easy as it sounds. But eventually, as that's not really a spoiler, but NCIS is going to be kind of having its way. So they're going to be there, staying there and investigating in the plane the death of this naval officer. And the Secret Service agent is going to stay there as well to oversee the investigation. And since, she said that she was there to protect the president, that it's only in order that she does so. So basically, they're kind of going to be collaborating, so to speak. They're going to be working together. They're going to be, they're going to stay kind of on the case, right? So after that, basically, the NCIS team is going to be going back to its headquarters in Washington, D.C., and there's going to be, a more detailed forensics investigation, right? Where they're going to be look at the body and try to determine whether he was poisoned or something like that. That could imply that the president might have been the target, right? So that's why the secret agent was involved there as well, right? Because this was a very, I guess you could say, sensitive case. So they're all going to be investigating, the NCIS team, that is. There's going to be the FBI involved a little bit, so it's going to be kind of a funny way to start a TV show. So, Yankee White, what did I think about it? I thought that this episode was pretty good, and I really enjoyed it for what it was, what it depicts, how it introduces the agents, the team, the whole kind of, agencies cooperation, I guess, for lack of better terms. So, that was, I thought that this was a pretty good opener to a TV show. And funnily enough, the pilot episode has a name, right? It's Yankee White. Most pilot episodes are just named Pilot, but this one already has a name. This might be because there was actually a backdoor pilot episode in another TV show, which was called Jack, which is basically kind of the father of NCIS in a way. This is from, there was a 2-part episode, I believe, and this was when the agents were first introduced. So this episode is actually a kind of it's not it, it's a pilot episode, but it's also kind of it's been already the characters and the show itself were kind of already introduced before, so to speak, right? Nevertheless, I did enjoy the fact that the show introduces this first episode introduces us to the main characters of the show. I haven't watched the other episodes from that other TV show. Perhaps I should, since I'm a big fan of NCIS. But yeah, that was a pretty good episode in my opinion. So perhaps we should talk about the main actors a little bit. So we have Mark Harmon, who plays Special Agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs, who is the gray-haired man you can see there on the right, who's the lead, right? Who's the senior agent, who's the superior, the one in charge, right? The one running kind of things a little bit. Then we have Sasha Alexander, who plays Caitlin Todd, who's on the left, who's the secret agent woman, right? We have Michael Weatherly, who plays Anthony DiNozzo. Polly Peart plays Abby Shuto. We have David McCallum, who plays Dr. Donald Mallard, who is the medical examiner. We have Gary Becker, who plays William Bayer. Joe Spano plays Fornell, the FBI agent. We have Gary Grubbs, who plays Elmo Polk. Lawrence Priceman plays Director Mark. Gregory Itzin plays Director Charlie. Dane Northcutt plays Timothy Carey. Gerald Downey plays Ray Trapp. Robert Spagno plays Leonard Risch. Gerald McCulloch plays FBI agent. Gerald McClouch plays FBI agent. Pancho Demings plays Gerald Jackson. Michael Adler plays Captain Berger. Steve Bridges plays George W. Bush. And Alan Dale plays Director of NCIS, right? So this is basically, those are the main actors and characters of the show. So Mark Harmon as the main one is pretty good. I know that he was in other movies before, so he's a pretty good actor, and this was his first kind of. I mean, he was in other TV shows before, if I'm not mistaken, but in this one as the, this main actor, this main character of the show, he's so good, right? I really enjoyed his work and everything. And the chemistry between him and Michael Weatherly, who plays Anthony DiNozzo, who is working with him, is so good too. And it only gets better as the show progresses and moves on. But in this first episode, I thought that the two of them were pretty good together. And also we have Sasha Alexander, who was pretty good too in this pilot episode. I really liked how she tries to kind of get involved in the case, and she's not gonna let these macho men tell her what to do. I thought that was pretty good. There's some funny scenes between her and Anthony as well, Anthony DiNozzo. Yeah, then we have the others as well. All of them did an awesome job. I thought that this episode was pretty good. The whole concept of Air Force One, the presidential plane, and yes, this whole hijacking kind of perspective, it's especially that close to 9/11 was at the time very kind of it hit home, and yeah, it was an interesting case nonetheless, right? And this movie and this TV show, this first pilot episode, there's there's another movie called Air Force One, which was directed by Wolfgang Peterson and released in 1997, which I believe is actually from where this episode takes its inspiration. This is where this episode takes its inspiration from, if I'm not mistaken, because there are many references to the film. This film starring Harrison Ford, right? I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of similarities between this pilot episode, and the movie Air Force One. So I haven't watched the movie yet, but I should probably do that so that I can either confirm or deny its similarities. But I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of similar elements to these two, since this episode is also has to do with the plane, right, with Air Force One. So that would be interesting to do that. But yeah, really enjoyed this episode. Really enjoyed how the cases run up to the end, and in the end, there's some kind of a big kind of an interesting twist. I won't tell you what it is. I'll let you find out for yourselves. But it's about Agent Todd. You know, something is going to happen between her and Gibbs. Those who have watched it would probably snicker at me mentioning that. But yeah, this was interesting too to have that. So really enjoyed this episode a lot for a pilot episode. I thought that this one did well. Did well. It was pretty interesting, especially the whole poisoning kind of angle. This whole thing was pretty interesting. It did work. It did work pretty well as the episode goes on. It gets more interesting, more suspenseful, more dramatic. The dramatic effect, the music, the whole tension surrounding this particular incident. You know, the way the plane is shot. I don't know if they actually shot it in a plane or not, but it really, you really believe it. So it's really, really good the way everything is kind of shot, you know, inside the plane and in and outside of it, the airport. It's really, you know, it's nice scenery. And the scenes in DC, you know, that are supposed to take place in DC with the NCIS headquarters as well as the first big introduction were pretty good. The lab as well with Ducky, the medical examiner with Abby, the forensics chick. Sorry, I forgot. Forensics analyst or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I'll probably look it up later, God willing, and let you know in the next review. Forensics person. Anyhow, yeah, really, really good episode. Really enjoyed everybody's part in it. So if I were to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. It was a good way to start the show. Yeah, maybe not the finest episode. There are so many awesome episodes to go down along the way, but it was a good way to introduce us to the show. So I would give it a 7 out of 10. It was really interesting, and the story is engaging. It is good. It makes sense. So 7 out of 10 would be it for me for this first episode. What about you folks? What did you think about this first episode, Yankee White? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, I really enjoyed how the kind of symmetry between the original air date of this episode, September 23rd, 2003, and today, September 23rd, also a Tuesday, since NCIS used to air on Tuesdays. So I really like that as well. So I think that this is an interesting thing. But yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this first episode, what you thought about the show. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next review, God willing. In the meantime, folks, stay safe. Goodbye. Take care. This is the World of TV Show signing off.